What's up guys, I hope you're well. I'm Jack. Welcome back to my channel. If you have been here already, today we are going to see some very cool home photography ideas. After I posted the last video about staying creative at home, I was thinking about different ideas to shoot using household items and share with you all. By the way, if you haven't seen the last video, the link is popping up right now, and also I have posted it in the description box below for you to check out later. So for this video, I have written down a couple of ideas here to try and share. It's gonna be a lot of fun, so without any delay, let's begin. So for the first idea, I'm gonna do something very daring, which is taking a picture of myself, but it's not gonna be a regular portrait image. I'm going to use my TV as an element in the picture and take a close-up shot of my eye. I have downloaded different backgrounds that I wanted to use in the shot. You can use your laptop or any other display that you already have. Generally, I don't take a lot of self-portraits of myself, but if this is what it takes to execute the idea, I have to do it. So I'm gonna set up for the shot and let's see how this works out. So I took a couple of different shots in this idea, and I used this background instead of the particles one that I have shown before because it was kind of difficult to keep the focus on it. And I used this USB powered ring light to fill my face on the darker side. And for this shot, I used the setting 1/100 of a second shutter speed, f1.8 and ISO 1600. Since I was taking it all by myself, it was slightly difficult to keep my pupil in focus. I had to take a couple of different shots, but if you are taking picture of someone else or someone else is taking picture of you, make sure that your pupil is in focus. And I also twisted my mustache like this just to make my face look a bit more fierce in the picture. I got some interesting shots, can't wait to share with you all, but let's move on to the next idea. And for the next shot, I'm going to combine a candle holder and a miniature toy to create a tiny world. The candle holder that I have is like this in the shape of a lighthouse, and this is the toy I'm going to use for the shot and also my display as the background. The idea is to put a candle inside the lighthouse and position the toy somewhere in front like this and make it look like the toy is about to enter the lighthouse. I'm going to prepare the shot and let's see how this idea works out. So I took different shots with this idea of lighthouse and the toy combined, and having the display on without the display, and also I used this USB powered light in the background to make it look like there is light on top of the lighthouse. And I also did some water spray in the scene and took a different fast shutter speeds shots as well to make the particles visible in the scene. And I took different shots with different setup, and I think I got some cool shots with this idea. Now I wanted to move to the next idea and looking forward to edit this shot later. And for the next idea, I'm planning to use a ring light that I have right here and take multiple shots of my hand being placed in different parts of the ring light, and finally one shot of my face and combine them all in Photoshop. I think it should look really cool, so let's try that out. So for this concept, I took a shot like this, having my face in the center of the ring light, and a few more shots like these, placing my hand on different parts of the ring light, and I will be combining them in Photoshop later. So I'm gonna do one last idea for this video and wanted to keep it super simple. So I'm just going to use a mobile phone, a book and a subject. So what I'm going to do is, as you can see in the background right here, I set up a book on my backpack, and all I have to do is just fold one of the pages like this to create a loop, and we'll place a subject in the end of the loop. In this case, this guy right here. So I designed and 3D printed this a few days ago, and now it has some plants in it. Looks super cool. So I'm just gonna use this as my subject, or I also have a dandelion, or people call it wish flower. So I have them right here. Maybe I will also try to take a picture by positioning this in the end of the loop, and let's see how this idea works out. So if I position my smartphone through the loop right here, you can see it creates this amazing perspective, and I will be just placing the plant in the end of the loop and take the shot. You don't need a super wide angle for this. You can also use your regular lens, and also can take some interesting shot. So you can choose either the subject or a detail in the page, and it should work in both the cases. To spice things up, you can also take a picture of your eye through here, and for this I'm gonna set the timer in the smartphone and just position it in the end, and I'm gonna look in through it. Even this angle works really well, and this picture looks really good. So I took all the images that I wanted, and now let's review all the images that we have taken and what the final results look like. It's time to see all the images that we have captured so far, and initially I thought of showing you guys how I edited each of these images, but this will make the video super long and I don't want to bore you guys. But I'm going to show you the before and after of each of the concepts that we have captured. And if you really like one of these results, do let me know in the comments below, and I will make a separate editing video for that shot. So let's look into the first concept that we have captured, which was me positioned next to the TV and capturing the detail of the eye. So this is the shot that I have selected from the series that I have taken. As I mentioned to you before, it was slightly difficult to keep the pupil in focus, especially when I was taking the picture of myself. But I was super happy with this shot. All the details are visible, and also my mustache and everything looks like the way I wanted in the image, and this is how the edited image looks like. I did enhance my eye a little bit here, as you can see, to bring out all the details, and also in the white region of my eye, and also I added some clarity and texture to the hair regions to make it look more prominent. Moving on to the second concept that we have captured, which was a lighthouse and the toy. During the editing process, I had this concept in my mind which I really wanted to execute. So what I did was this. I did mask out the lighthouse, and I added all these stones in the foreground, the water and sky and light rays that favored the shot. Since it was a long exposure shot, I kind of wanted to favor that in the editing process. And of course, in this concept, I could really not fit the toy that I captured, so I did not use him. But this is what the result looks like, and let me know what you think of this result. Moving on to the third concept that we have captured, which was me standing in between the ring light, and also a couple of pictures where I was holding different parts of the ring light. So these are the images that I have selected for the editing process. Of course, they are slightly underexposed, but I was able to bring out the details during the editing process. So I did throw them in Photoshop, and I did mask out the details that I didn't want to be seen in the final image. And this is what the final image looks like. Let me know what you think, but this was the vision that I had when I captured the image. What I could have done differently here is that I could have held the ring light from the outside so that parts of my hand is also visible. It might have looked cooler, but this was the vision that I had when I captured the image. But if you would like to try the other version, tag me in Instagram if you're posting there, and I'll be really happy to check that out. And for the final concept, we did shoot the picture through the smartphone through a loop which we made out of a page in the book and position different subjects in the end of the tunnel. So this is one of the pictures that I have selected, of course with the plant on the end of the tunnel, and this is how the final edited image looks like. I did add some blue tint to the page and enhance the color of the leaves. This is one concept, and I also captured another picture where I had my eye in the end of the picture, and I did a black and white edit for this image, and this is what the final image looks like. You can position different things. You can also add a pencil or some reflective material in between the page, and you can position a subject far away, and you can take two different shots and mask them out in post-processing. This will also look really cool. I have seen some shots like this in social media before. So these are the images that we have taken and the final results. Let me know which are your favorite shots. I hope you like this video, and if you're about to try some of these ideas that I've shared in this video, feel free to tag me on Instagram and I'll be really happy to check out your version. And of course, I did write down a lot of different ideas similar to this, and I also enjoy making these kind of videos during the current situation. So let me know in the comments below, and I will definitely make one or two more videos similar to these concepts. In the meantime, if you like to see some smartphone or camera tricks that I use, I did start my TikTok account last week where I'm sharing some content about smartphone photography and camera photography. So feel free to follow me there as well, and comment and share this video and subscribe to my channel if you would like to see more videos, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.